All right, fifth grade, we're getting into chapter 10, where we're going to be kind of working with division of fractions and kind of understanding the idea that when you use a fraction, that's just division. A fraction is simply a fancy way of writing a division problem. So today, when we divide simplest form, the expectation is that you're going to use fractions. So we have 4 divided by 5. And so we're going to write this answer as a fraction, 4 over 5. And then it's going to ask you to put it in simplest form. And as you know, writing a fraction in simplest form involves making sure that the only number that can go into both the numerator and the denominator is 1. So I'm looking at 4 and 5, and I'm realizing that the only number that can go into both 4 and 5 is 1. So that would be considered in simplest form. Now when I do this next one, 10 divided by 14, I'm going to think of it as a fraction, as 10 over 14. But then I want to put that in simplest form. Now I have to realize as a fifth grader, this ends in 4, that ends in 0. So they're both divisible by 2. So I know that I can divide both of these by 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 14 divided by 2 is 7. I end up with 5 over 7. The only number that can go into both 5 and 7 is 1. So 5 over 7 would be considered in simplest form. I'm going to go to this next one, 8 divided by 9. Once again, I'm going to write it as a fraction. 8 over 9. 8 divided by 9. That's one thing, fifth grade, that I want you to get in the habit of thinking about, that a fraction is a division problem. As you get into middle school, junior high, math, algebra, when you see fractions, you are just going to need to understand that that's division. And so 8 over 9 is 8 divided by 9. There's no other number besides 1 that can go into both 8 and 9. Now I like this example because there's a lot of numbers that can go into 8, like 2, 4, and 8. There's numbers that can go into 9, like 3 and 9. But the only number that can go into both 8 and 9 is 1. So 8 over 9 would be considered in simplest form. Our last example for this video will be this one, 6 divided by 10, which I would simply write it as a fraction, 6 over 10. But then I want to make sure it's in simplest form. And I realize that both 6 and 10 are even numbers, so I can divide them both by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 10 divided by 2 is 5. The only number that can go into both 3 and 5 is 1. So 3 over 5, 3/5 would be in simplest form. All right, that's lesson 10.1. All right, we'll talk to you later. Fifth grade, bye.